I am starting a new series on this channel where we're gonna do a full face of one specific makeup brand. I love these kinds of videos because I find them helpful, informative, and you get to see all the products in action. So today we're doing WESTMAN Atelier, which is one of my favorite makeup brands, and I pretty much own, I would say, 90 to 95% of all their products. So let's get started. WESTMAN Atelier is created by Gucci Westman, who is a celebrity makeup artist, and I just love her style. She is very organic with how she applies makeup. She uses her fingers a lot, and the products kind of reflect that style of makeup. A little bit more simple, elegant, but still very luxurious. And you're gonna see that the prices are up there, but some of these products are 10 out of 10 and some of them are just not worth the money. They do consider themselves a clean beauty brand, but in US you really don't have a standard for clean beauty or regulations, and so that label can kind of be slapped on many different brands just because they don't use a couple ingredients that are bad, but that doesn't mean the actual product is fully clean. I hope in the future that can be changed and have more regulations on beauty products. But WESTMAN Atelier says that they have no mineral oils, no synthetics, no PEGs, no parabens, and no phthalates. And also they don't test on animals. Let's start with the makeup application. Now, WESTMAN Atelier has this skin activator serum with hyaluronic acid and niacinamide. I don't own that. It is $150 for 20 ml. It does have good reviews. I just found it very expensive, and I already own so many different serums and niacinamide and hyaluronic acid products that I didn't feel the need to purchase this, but it does seem like it is a nice product. I am just gonna go with my Merit oil right here. This is like a serum oil, and I went through, I think, 3 bottles of that. I have more of a normal to dry skin. In the summertime, I had quite a lot of oils, but lately my dry skin is just coming back. So an oil like this is really nice. It also has niacinamides. This is not about this oil, but I'm just trying to replicate something similar to the activator or what it would do on the skin. This definitely gives hydration and glow, and I think it's gonna be a good base for the foundation. The next product is this one right here. These are the liquid super loaded all over Illuminator drops with vitamin C. These are $58 each, and they come in 3 shades. These are the 3 shades that they have: Peau de Rosé, Peau de Peche, and Peau de Soleil. And these are quite sheer. They're not very pigmented. I think my most used one is the Peau de Rosé because it is a little bit more luminous. It shows up on me a little bit more. You can put these under your makeup, you can put them on top of makeup, or just wear them by themselves. And overall, I think that they're nice products. They're not my favorite from the brand because I find them a little bit more oily feeling than some other products. For example, the Dior Forever Luminizer, this one right here, this is creamier. It just sits under makeup a little bit better. Or the Charlotte Tilbury, those illuminators are just a little bit more of a creamier texture. This is quite light, serum-y, almost oily feeling like. I do really enjoy the packaging. It is nice, it is small, it's sleek. It has this little applicator where you have to squeeze the product out, but it works. And also you do get the heart, the WESTMAN Atelier heart in there. I am going to use Peau de Soleil first and just apply it kind of where I want to be a little bit more bronze. This is going to go under makeup. Now, when these came out, I was so excited because Peau de Peche right here, we'll talk about this later, but this is one of my favorite products in my entire collection. So I expected these to be, I don't know, a liquid formula of that, but they're not. These are much more sheer. You can see I'm kind of blending them in with my fingers, and it barely gives color to the skin. So if you have, you know, fair skin, I wouldn't be afraid of the deeper shade. If you have deeper skin tone, I feel like this would be just more of an illuminator on you. It's not, again, it's not my favorite product from WESTMAN Atelier. I would skip this one if I were you. I love so many other products from them better. And can you see that it doesn't do much? Even the deepest shade is just kind of disappearing on my skin. I'm going to take Peau de Rosé and put it on the high points of my cheekbones. Also, because the products are more clean, they will go bad faster and they're going to start smelling a little bit. So, you know, you kind of have to finish these within the recommended amount of months. That is how Peau de Rosé looks like, and I like it. I think it's brightening my skin, and it also moisturizes under my makeup. And you'll see I'll use a stick foundation, so I really want that moisturization under it. It's nice, it's bright. Some people use this under their eyes, and I've actually seen Gucci talk about this, that she brightens up under her eyes right here with this color. I'm going to take a little bit of Peau de Peche, put it on this other side just so you guys can see the difference in the shades. Again, these are quite sheer. It's not like you're going to see a huge difference. But that is Peau de Peche and then Peau de Rose. If you are wearing a thicker foundation, something that is a fuller coverage, and you try to put these on top of it, it will absolutely move the foundation. If you're wearing kind of like a skin tint or a light to medium coverage, I haven't had that big of an issue with it, but I definitely struggled if the foundation is a little thicker, so be careful with that. Moving on to the foundation, WESTMAN Atelier has this stick foundation right here. I have mine in the shade Atelier 3. It is the Vital Skin Foundation Stick. You get 9 grams of product and it is $68. It is a medium coverage natural finish, and it says here that it is a clean high performance cream foundation and concealer stick packed with a nourishing ingredients for a radiant second skin natural finish. Before I apply the foundation, I am going to talk a little bit about this product right here. This is the Vital Skincare Complexion Drops Dewy Skin Tint. Now, I have already had this one. I've done a full review on it. I've actually decluttered it from my collection because I just didn't love this product. It kind of felt oily on the skin. It separated a little bit, and just overall, it wasn't a product that I liked. I didn't necessarily hate it, but I haven't reached for it, I think, for 6 months, and it had already gone bad. Like, I could smell the product going bad. So I decided to declutter it, but that one is also $68. It wasn't my favorite. I would not recommend it. There's so many other better skin tints out there that still have a lot of nourishing ingredients in them, so I would skip on that. If you are extremely dry, you may enjoy that, but to me it just felt kind of oily on the skin. I am gonna add this foundation stick. The color works for me right now. I am extremely pale. I've been sick for I think a week and a half straight. It's not been easy, and it is fall here, which I'm very excited about. WESTMAN Atelier also has some brushes. I do not own them. They're very expensive, but a lot of people love them, so you could check those out. I am using this Refer B04, one of my favorite foundation brushes. It's quite dense, and with a foundation like this one, you kind of want a denser, more packed brush to move the product around. I will say I love the combo of their illuminating drops and this foundation. I think for me that has a little bit more of a dry skin, this foundation could look a little dry, and mixing it with a product like the illuminating drops works so well, and it makes it blend in very, very easily. So that's just one small layer. You can see I still have all my imperfection coming through, but I do feel like it is a medium coverage and it is buildable as well. You can use your fingers with this. I've done that before and it works quite well. I have so many imperfections. I have, like I mentioned, been sick and eaten not the best, so my skin is showing that. That is one thin layer, and I would say right now it's more of a light coverage, but you can build it up to a medium. So I will build up the product where I need it. Right here. I picked up my nose the other day knowing I had to record today, but I just couldn't stop myself. This is also advertised as a concealer if you want to, but WESTMAN Atelier has a new concealer, so I will absolutely use that one. Okay, you can see how well the second layer covered those sunspots right here and freckles. So I actually think that works really, really well. So overall, I like this product. I don't hate it. It is not my favorite, but it's not a product that I dislike. I think it works for quite a lot of people. Even if you have drier skin, putting something like a moisturizing base underneath, it will work. Is this better than the Dior stick foundation? No. But again, this one doesn't have a scent. The Dior has that really strong perfume. Also, Tom Ford stick foundation is better than this one. Again, it's not clean. It does have fragrance. So if you have dry skin, I like the Merit one better. If you have oilier skin, I think this one is a better in between. The finish truly is more natural, whereas the Merit one can be a little glowier. Here is the foundation built up. I think the coverage is nice. Overall, it looks nice on the skin, but I wouldn't say overall the pore area is extremely blurring or extremely smooth. It just looks nice. It kind of looks like, I wouldn't say second skin, and I know they advertise it as such. I do feel like I have makeup on right now, but I don't feel like it is heavy, even built up. And that is the foundation stick from WESTMAN Atelier. Moving on to their newest release, which is this concealer right here. I have done a full day wear test on this one and I love it. It is my new go-to concealer. This is called the Vital Skincare Brightening Concealer with Hyaluronic Acid. It is $48 and you get 6 ml. They say here it's a medium coverage, natural finish. I would say that this is buildable, medium to full coverage. I have 2 shades right here, M1 and M2. I'm gonna swatch them right here. M1 is quite yellow. I really don't use it at all. I should actually give it to somebody. But M2, it is the shade that works perfect for me. So M2 and M1 right there. The packaging looks very, very tiny, but you do get 6 ml of products, which is a very normal for concealer. So it just looks tiny, which I actually really like because traveling with this is incredible. It doesn't take a lot of space, and you also get to see the product right here, and then you have the WESTMAN Atelier writing there. I am taking this concealer and putting it everywhere I need to. Lately, it's been the only concealer that I've been using, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. The texture is a little creamier. It's not super thin, and it's fabulous. It blends into the skin so well. I do set it, but I have worn it before where I didn't have to set it, and it worked really well. It does work great over texture as well. I have some peeling on my chin, and I've never noticed any grabbing to that area. I'm very happy with this release from them. When I first got it, I ordered it online, and when I swatched it, I was like, oh my gosh, it's a thick concealer. So I was scared that I wouldn't like it, but I am in love, and I really like the coverage. Like I mentioned, I would say that this is a medium initially, and you can build it up to a medium full. Here is the concealer blend out with one thin layer. You saw I didn't put a lot, but if you want, you can absolutely build it up a little bit. I may add just a little bit right there. There's some darkness. Build that up a little bit. Also, I do want to mention the longevity. It's amazing. It lasts on me pretty much all day. It will fade a little bit throughout the day, just like any concealer, but overall it is very, very long lasting. Here is the concealer without me setting it. I don't find that it gathers in my fine lines. I do have a really thick line right there, and sometimes it gathers on that, but that's very common. Pretty much any concealer will do that to me. Next, we have powder, and there's this $75 powder right here. It's a very tiny, and this is called the Vital Pressed Skincare Blurring Talc-Free Setting Powder. It's supposed to have light coverage, a natural finish, weightless, and I'm kind of conflicted with this powder. By the way, I have mine in the shade Creme. I think there's 4 shades. And I like the powder. I just don't love setting my under eyes with it. I always feel like I need something like my Givenchy powder or the Makeup by Mario or the Chanel, those loose powders to set my under eyes. And then something like this is great for all over, even setting the T-zone. It's great for touch-ups because it's very light, kind of creamy feel to it. So I do like the powder. I just don't love it under my eyes as much. But since we're doing a full face of WESTMAN Atelier, I will take this one and set one side of it just to show you how it looks like. You do get a tiny mirror right here. Mine's very dirty because I do use this powder. I actually pack it with me in my makeup bag because it's tiny and it's just easy to touch up with. However, it is so heavy. Okay, the packaging is extremely heavy. Let's set this side of my face right here. And it does, like, it sets it. It's really nice. It's just a very light. So if you have oilier skin, you may need something a little bit more intense. For example, during summertime, this was great for touch-up, but I needed a heavier powder under my eyes. But that actually looks so good right now. So here is the concealer set with one layer of the powder and not set. You can see that you still see the luminosity through it. It definitely blurred it a little bit. It reduced that shine, but it looks very much like skin. I wouldn't say that this is a heavy duty powder where it's gonna completely blur you, but it is an amazing powder if you have dry skin and you hate powder. This is incredible. If you have mature skin, it almost looks creamy on the skin. You know, it's one of those powders that it's just beautiful. I mean, you could definitely see the difference between here, and this side still looks alive. You know, it doesn't look matte at all. This is one that I would recommend mainly if you are somebody who has drier skin, doesn't like a lot of powder. This is a really nice one. That is the powder on the skin. And I think it looks very nice, very natural. It doesn't look heavy, but I would love to see a loose powder from WESTMAN Atelier that's a little bit more mattifying and blurring for under the eyes, but all over the face, the powder is incredible. Andrew brought me a drink from Starbucks, and we are coffee snobs, okay? We do our coffee at home. We have fancy espresso machines and stuff like that. But this one from Starbucks is so good. This is the matcha lemonade. So it's not actually coffee, but it's so good. And it definitely gives you energy. I'm going to go ahead and do my brows real quick. WESTMAN Atelier does have a brow product. I did not pick it up. It's very expensive. It didn't have great reviews, so I skipped that product. This next product is my first ever WESTMAN Atelier product that I purchased, and that is their contour stick. This is the Face Trace Cream Contour Stick, and it is $48. It does also come in a mini version, but I have 2 colors right here. I have the color Biscuit and Truffle. The color Biscuit, you can see it's almost gone, and this is my second or third one of these. And it is the best contour product in my entire collection, without a doubt. It's one that I will reach for over and over again. Truffle is a little deeper, and so for me, it's great for bronzing my skin. But these products are incredible. There's something about the formula, the way they blend in, the way they set on the skin, that it makes them look like skin and so luxurious. And this is one that is worth every single penny, in my opinion, because it's that incredible. Look at that. It gives you the most perfect shadow and still makes you look natural. So I recommend both colors. You can either swipe the product on, which I usually do just because it's so easy to work with. So I usually just kind of put it all over like this, but you can take your brush and then go in and blend the product out like that if you're a little scared. The Truffle, I wouldn't swipe it straight on my face just because it's a little bit more pigmented, and with my skin tone right now, I would just be a little bit more careful. But Biscuit is definitely so soft and blendable. You see that? It's so beautiful. It just gives me like a natural shadow right here. And that's what I want from a contour. I don't want a lot of pigment. I don't want to see it. I just want to define my face a little bit, and that's it. You can even add a little bit of contour right here. Right like that. Kind of gives a fake shadow almost, where it naturally goes down. But here is one side with the contour and with nothing. It's subtle, but it makes such a big difference. I will apply on the other side as well. I'll show you here that you can just pick up the product on your brush and then go in. You don't have to swipe it on your face if, you know, that scares you, because it is scary. And it works so well. I'm using the BK Beauty 107, one of my favorite cream contour bronzer brush. It's perfect for this. I am gonna use the Truffle shade as well, just so you can see how it looks like. I'll add just a little bit because WESTMAN Atelier does have a powder bronzer that's really good that I want to share with you. I'm just gonna add a little bit of the Truffle shade right here, but you can see it gives just a tiny bit of warmth to the skin. It's not a orange warmth, more of a slight red tone. This shade can absolutely be built up quite a bit. I'm just being very careful because the next product is this powder bronzer. This is Coup de Soleil, and it is called the Beauty Butter Powder Bronzer. And it comes in the same packaging as the powder and many of their products. Now this packaging, it's beautiful, it's very heavy duty, but the way it opens, it is a nightmare. So you kind of have to dig your finger in there and open it. It has an indentation, but it's so small, it annoys me so much. I get in such a bad mood when I try to open this. If you have very long nails, it's awful, or if you have no nails. So you need the in-between, kind of what I have right now. But this is a bronzer right here, and it is a really beautiful bronzer. It has a glow to it. It's very creamy, but it is a powder bronzer. This is $75 and it comes in 3 shades. I have the lightest shade. I kind of want the medium shade. I've had this for quite some time and it is a great one. I do really enjoy it. And I'm going to take this big brush. This is the Jumbo Bronzer brush by Sonia G. And I'm just going to add a little bit of this bronzer over everything. It does have warmth in it. Not too much, like it won't make you look orange, but it will definitely bronze you up. This right here is a zit, okay? It's not the product. This is how the bronzer looks like. I think it's pretty. It definitely gives me some warmth, but it's not too much. Do I like the product? Yes. Is it worth the money? No. This is one that I don't think it's worth the money, but I do use it, you know? So if you're really into very luxurious products, it's nice. Again, I like that the packaging is small, but you know, you don't get a ton of product. You get 8 grams of product. I'm just pulling out my Armani bronzer, which it's between $50 and $60. You get 18 grams of product, okay? I do want to see the Dolce & Gabbana bronzer. You get 14 grams of product in the Dolce & Gabbana bronzer. So yeah, I like this one a lot. The WESTMAN Atelier is a little bit more creamier when you touch it, and it is nice. I haven't had any issues with hard panning, but I have seen comments saying that there's hard paint. So I don't have any issue with this, and I've had it for way too long. Next, we have another stellar product from them, and that is their cream blushes. These are called the Baby Cheek Lip and Cheek Cream Blush. They are $48 each. And the packaging, it's again spectacular. It truly is such a beautiful packaging. It feels luxurious. It has all these tiny details around here. Around the cap, you can see it says WESTMAN Atelier. And it has that gold and silver, and it is magnetic. I have here 5 shades of their blushes, and they're all incredibly beautiful. This one right here is Petal. This is the one that I first bought. Then we have Chouchette. I think this one was my next purchase. Bichette, and that one right there is incredible. That color. Do not sleep on it. I think a lot of people get scared because it looks a little dark, but no, it is incredible. Minette, this has a little bit more of a shimmer finish to it. Glowy finish, I wouldn't call it shimmer. It's really, really beautiful. It's perfect if you have lighter skin tone or for summertime. This is Coquette, and this is more of a baby pink right here. So those are the shades that I have from WESTMAN Atelier. I kind of want to wear that one. I want to wear that one. It is so, so beautiful. I think my most used one is Chouchette right there. Yeah, I think that one is my most used one. It's perfect for my skin tone, but I want to show you the color Bichette. Now, I would not go swipe this on my face because it is a little bit just more intense. So I would take a brush and pick up the product here and then go on my cheeks. This is a Refer 04. And then you can slowly build this up. This is such a beautiful fall color. Oh, they are cream, but they are not glittery or very wet looking either. They just look like your skin. The formula is also not too emollient and it really stays put. Also, I use these on my lips as well. Look at that shade, and again, you can build this up quite a bit. You can take your foundation brush and just kind of go over the edges if you want to blend it in more. But I adore this color. I think it's so beautiful. I'm gonna leave it here because I don't want too much color, but you could take this on your lips as well. And it gives you such a beautiful shade. Oh, it's so, so beautiful. You can build it up more. If you are not into cream products and you want to try a good cream blush, this is it. This is a standout product from them, and I think it's absolutely worth the money. Moving on to my number 1 favorite makeup product from WESTMAN Atelier, and I don't think this will come as any surprise to you guys that have been here for a while, and that is their Peau de Peche super loaded highlighter, tinted cream highlighter. This is $75, so very expensive, but there's something so unique about this formula. I have tried to find a dupe for this. I've tried the Say one. I've tried just anything that I could get my hands on, and I can't find a dupe for this. This is still my number 1 favorite highlighter in my entire collection, and this color specific, the Peau de Peche. Does it look deep? Yes, but the way this goes on the skin is just something so, so special. This is how the color looks like, and you would think that, wow, that is deep. It's gonna show up like a shadow on your skin, but it doesn't. It's perfect. I do have a few other shades. They have the Peau de Rosé, and this one's also beautiful. My issue with this one is that it does have a little bit of glitter in it. And so because of that, it has not become my favorite. The Peau de Peche, even the color's it's just perfect. It's that glow from within. And then I also have Peau de Soleil, which is deeper. I haven't worn this one as much. Is it right there? Absolutely gorgeous. I've seen a lot of people putting this as a bronzer topper. Let me pull this down. And then the last shade I have, if I can open it, is Peau de Santé, And this one is beautiful. It's just lighter on the skin. I'm gonna swatch it right there. It's a beautiful shade that's a little bit peachy. I thought I would like this one better than Peau de Peche, but I still prefer Peau de Peche out of all of them. So those are the 4 swatches. Hopefully you can see and the lights won't wash them out. I think here's better. We're absolutely using Peau de Peche. And I heard that they came out with another shade. I just don't have it. I can't remember the color of it. And I think it's only on their website. The brush that I will forever use with the Peau de Peche is this Sonia G. This is their classic base. This brush is made for this highlighter. It's the way I use it all the time. Sometimes I lose my finger if I'm in a hurry, but this is a perfect size. It fits perfectly, it picks up the product well, and the density is just perfect. So just watch the magic right here. Tell me that's not just the most beautiful glow from within. I adore this product. I will never get tired of it. There's just a reason why it's my all-time favorite highlighter. It's beautiful even if you have no makeup on and you just want kind of a pick-me-up. There's something so magical in the formula, the way it sits on the skin, the color, just everything about it is perfection. The liquid formula does not stand a chance against this beauty right here. I love it so much. I'm going to take a little bit of the blush brush right here and just kind of mix that in with the highlighter. Now, is this product for everybody? No, it really is not. I don't want you to go buy it just because I love it so much and then you're disappointed because you just hate these kind of cream formulas. So if you're not a cream highlighter person, do not get this one because you're gonna be disappointed. But if you are and you're looking for a beautiful glow from within highlighter, this is it. It's so stunning. Do not be afraid of the color. As you can see, it just gives such a beautiful glow without darkening up that area because you're not putting a stripe over it. You're just kind of blending it softly. And I think it gives an absolutely incredible glow. In natural light, it looks even better. So this is my number 1 WESTMAN Atelier product that I will always have in my collection. My lips are incredibly dry, so I'm gonna put this WESTMAN Atelier Balm. This is called the Squeaky Clean Liquid Lip Hydrating Lip Balm. It's pretty glowy. It's kind of like a gloss. $38. Dang, that's so expensive. I have the shade NouNou, which is supposedly a soft coral. I'm gonna add this just to hydrate my lips a little bit. I really like this. I went through 2 of them and it's beautiful. I can't complain. There's nothing that I don't like about it except the price. I think it is overpriced. I wouldn't say that this is worth your money. $38, that's a lot for a lip product, but that is the color. I'm gonna keep this on my lips until we do the eyes, and then we're gonna go with their lipsticks as well, which are incredible. But for the eyes, here is where I had issues in my last video because I've already done a full face of WESTMAN Atelier. So I had this trio right here from them. This is the Rendezvous Quad, and this one has interesting shades. This is more of a green shade, and you get a deeper mauve shade, and then this pink. Now, I did not like this. It's not terrible, but okay, let's look at the price because it's absolutely outrageous how much they charge for it, and it was creasing on me like crazy. These are $88. $88, 3 shades. So no, these are not worth it at all. Did not love this formula. Very little payoff, which I don't mind because not everybody wants an intense eye look, but my issue with them is that they creased. Those are the swatches. They look absolutely awful. The formula is more of a moussey kind of cream powder mixture to it, so it's definitely not for everybody. And I think I'm going to declutter this one. However, they came out with this trio right here. This is the all matte version. This is Toujours. And I mean, I've used this in many, many videos, in favorites videos, and I adore this product so much. You get 3 shades right there, a beautiful cream, a deeper brown, and then a mid-tone brown. And if you don't know, the packaging is kind of cool. These are magnetic. So you can stack them like this, and you can kind of mix and match in between them, and then you just have to twist for the cream shadow in there. I adore their matte formula. It does not crease like the other ones on me. There's something that they did right about these. So I'm just gonna start putting this on. I feel like this video is gonna be extra long. I do like to use more of a synthetic brush. This is just a Real Techniques 308. This is the lightest shade. You will get a very soft look from these, but the effect that it has on the eyes, I think it's so beautiful. You can use your fingers as well. You can dip in there and you'll see you get a lot more pigment like that. The problem is that the pots are kind of tiny, so if you have nails, you cannot fit them in there, so you won't be able to pick it up. I think the thing that I like so much about them is the blurriness that it gives to the eye. I just think it's so smooth and almost velvety looking on the eye. So that is the cream shade. Then we're gonna go to the mid shade. I'm using the same brush and building this up kind of on the outer crease here and bringing this in. You're not going to get a ton of pigment. This is no Natasha Denona. It's definitely for somebody that likes minimal makeup, but they want some definition to the eyes. I think this is a great product. I'm going to take a smaller brush and build this up here and on my lower lash line as well. I do really like the tones as well. They are very neutral tones, so you can really shape the eye really well. I think if you're more minimal with your makeup, you're gonna enjoy these, and if you have more mature eyes, I think it's a really good product because it's not scary, it's not super emollient cream, it's more almost like a moussey texture. And then I'm gonna take the deepest shade with more of a smaller kind of almost pencil brush, and I'm gonna go to the lash line and building this up. I could do this eye look with my eyes closed, honestly, because they're just that easy to work with. I think the key with these shadows is the brushes. If you use airy, fluffy brushes, it's just not gonna pick up anything. You need something a little bit more dense to pick up the product. Again, you could use your finger. I like the Real Techniques brushes with this because they are a little bit more dense, synthetic. It picks up the product really well. If it creases on you, you could just add a little bit of a loose powder on top of it. I have one big crease right there, and almost every single shadow creases in there, so I don't care. You could just kind of do this, but I've had this eyeshadow last on me all day long. In the evening, I still had it on, so that speaks volumes. Okay, moving on to mascara, because they do have an eyeliner. It has the worst reviews, so I did not pick it up, and I did swatch it in store, and it didn't look like it was an eyeliner that I would like, but I did pick up their mascara right here. This one is, again, very expensive, like all WESTMAN Atelier products. This is the I Want You Lengthening and Volumizing Clean Mascara. It is $45. I will curl my lashes with this and kind of tell you my thoughts on it real quick. I don't love this mascara. I don't think it's worth the money. There are so many better mascaras out there. If you're looking for more of a clean version, Ilia one is incredible. But yeah, I struggle with this mascara because it's quite drying, which I do like a dry mascara, but it takes forever to build up. The packaging is nice. It has this beautiful red packaging, and this is the wand right here. It's quite chubby and it is quite dense with all these bristles. I usually really like this kind of wand. The reason I'm just not excited about this product is because it takes forever to build up. It is very natural in the beginning. And that's fine, you know, not everybody wants full-on lashes, but I get frustrated a little bit with it, trying to build it up. And I have quite naturally decent lashes. So for me to try to build up the mascara takes quite a bit. And I can only imagine with somebody that has shorter, stubbier lashes that it would be a pain. There's one huge positive with this one for me personally, that I haven't had issues. It's smudging on the lower lashes, which is quite big. And that's because it's so freaking dry. The mascara is just so dry that, you know, it's kind of stuck on your lashes. I do like the effect that it gives. It's fluttery and overall it's pretty. Again, I'm not saying that this is the worst mascara I've tried, but for the amount of money that you're paying, I don't think it's worth it. Here's 2 layers of the mascara, and obviously nothing. It actually looks kind of good, doesn't it? I like how fluttery they are. I've been testing out this mascara for this video for maybe 3 weeks now, and I've never disliked it. I just found the application process a little bit too difficult. Like it's dry, so when you try to reapply, it's like you're reapplying a dry mascara. But it does give you, you know, like nice effect to the lashes. Here are 2 layers of mascara, and as you can see, it looks nice. You know, I do, like I mentioned, I do have natural longer lashes, but it took me a while to get here. So that's the reason why I just don't think it's worth it, and it's extremely expensive. If you like an incredibly dry mascara, you're gonna love this, okay? Moving on to the lips, I actually took the lip balm that I had on and put a little bit of lip liner. I used the Tower 28 Work of Art lip liner, just a little bit, because WESTMAN Atelier does not have lip liner, but they do have incredible lipsticks right here. This is my favorite one. This is Lacquer, and it is a beautiful peachy shade. I usually just use that in the center of the lip. Then I have here the Je Rêve, and this is a beautiful pinkier shade. I think a lot of people like that one. Then we have Peche, and this is another one that I like a lot. It has a little bit more of a cool tone, a look to it. It's not too much, but then this bright Le Rouge is a bright red, and look at that color. That is so beautiful. So those are the colors that I have from them. I adore the formula so much. It is a matte finish, and it's so thin on the lips, but a ton of pigment, as you can see. I am looking for the price. These are $50 each, so they are quite expensive. I'm gonna put the lightest one right here in the center to kind of show you how I wear it. I put it in the center and kind of fade it out. And sometimes I'll use a deeper liner. So let's just add a little bit more of the line. It is such a light shade that you need to have a liner with this. But I love this shade. It's my most used one for sure. I think it's really beautiful. We can take a little bit of Peche and use on the outside and kind of blend these together. Also, these are very long lasting. Now let's put this beautiful red shade on. You'll see that it is so intense. Oh, just the pigment is just insane. How good these are. Wow. I do have a lip brush right here, so I'm going to take that and define the outline. This red almost looks neon. It is so beautiful. You obviously could sheer it out a little bit, but I love it. intense like this. There's two products that I did not use in this video, so I'm going to talk about them real quick. This right here is their Lip Suede lipstick palette. This is $85. Now this, I reviewed it once and I kind of gave it really bad review, but I've been using it. There's something so interesting about the formula. It's kind of like a balm, but the way I use this one is to adjust other lipsticks to different colors because the tones in it are very unique. So if I want something a little bit more cool tone or more muted, I'll go in this one. So as much as I gave it pretty bad reviews for the price, I do use this, and it's one of those products that lives right here because easily I can take this and put it in the center of a lip and it just brings everything together. Obviously, I'm not gonna do it with this lipstick on, but I just wanted to mention this one. I just find it extremely overpriced. And then the other product that I did not use today is their highlighter. This is the highlighting stick illuminating. This is in the shade Nectar, and this is $48. I will put it on for you right here. I just don't know how much it's gonna show up because I already have that other highlighter. It is beautiful. I really like this. I like the shade of it. I don't know how much you're gonna be able to see. Not much. It's like a peachy shade. It is that balmy texture. So if you do not like that texture, you're not gonna like this. It's not super sticky, or it definitely gives you that kind of wet effect on the cheek, and I like it. This looks more wet on the skin than the Peche highlighter. This one, just know that it's not one that sets, and it will have a little bit of that stickiness left over. It's nothing major, but it's there. And here is the finished look, full face of WESTMAN Atelier products. What do you guys think? I really feel very elegant and put together, but I don't feel like my skin looks like it has a ton of makeup. Even that foundation stick, like I mentioned, it wasn't my all-time favorite, but I do feel like it makes my skin look very smooth and put together without looking cakey. WESTMAN Atelier is one of my favorite brands, and I pretty much own, like you saw, like 95% of everything they have, and I just adore so many products, and there's definitely some that you could skip. Let me know down below what brand you want me to do next. It's probably not going to be for a month just because I'm traveling, so I won't be able to record it, but I'm thinking maybe Chanel next or Dior. Let me know, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.